You've probably heard that Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain, once said, "Reports of my demise are greatly exaggerated." While he was on a speaking tour in London in 1897, a rumor started in the US that he was seriously ill, and this was followed by a rumor that he had died. The story goes that an American newspaper printed Twain's obituary, and after that, an English journalist from the New York Journal contacted Twain to inquire whether the rumors were true. Twain wrote a response, part of which made it into an article in that journal where he set the record straight, that he was indeed still alive, and reports of his demise had been greatly exaggerated. In recent months, I've received several similar messages from clients who've asked, "How's my retirement going?" Let me state for the record that rumors of my retirement are greatly exaggerated. In fact, my wife Amy would likely laugh at such a comment and simply state that Don is working harder now than he has since he was in his 20s. I plan to continue to work hard, and I don't have any plans to retire for a long time. I thought it would be helpful for me to give you an update of the business side of Simmons Capital Group and why I'm working so hard these days. Most of you know that just a few years ago, in 2017, I invited Audra and Darren to become partners at Simmons Capital Group. The business had grown too big for a single advisor to manage, so we began the hard work of transitioning client relationships to Darren and Audra. I think we all can agree that we've been pretty successful at transitioning the day-to-day operations and routine client meetings to my younger partners, and that all of our clients have continued to receive the personalized and high-quality service that you'd received from me for the preceding 29 years. Behind the scenes, I've continued to work on the business and not as much inside the business as before. Here's what I mean by that. Within the financial services industry, there are three types of financial advisor offices. There are practices, there are ensembles, and there are enterprises. First, practices are like a traditional family doctor practice where a single individual manages all client relationships, operations, and business dealings. There might be a PA or a nurse, but the doctor is the sole practitioner. The second type of financial advisor office is called an ensemble. In an ensemble office, several practitioners join together to offer collaborative service to all client households. This could be compared to a doctor's office with several doctors who provide service to a set of clients. In 2017, with the addition of Audra and Darren as partners, Simmons Capital Group began the process of transitioning from a practice, a one-man band if you will, to an ensemble with several advisors. I think it's accurate to say that we have successfully completed the transition to ensemble. Eventually, ensemble offices outgrow the small group of practitioners who provide service to an expanding group of clients. When this happens, the third kind of practice emerges, and this is defined as an enterprise. The transition from practice to ensemble to enterprise is no easy task, and few financial advisors actually progress through this process. It requires behind-the-scenes strategizing about what's needed for the transition, including managing the financial capital of the business, making sure that the office has the right human capital, expertise, and experience, and equipping the business with the right infrastructure, technology, and service providers. Some members of the practice handle day-to-day meetings and routine activities, while others are behind the scenes planning for the future. One of the most critical factors in growing from an ensemble to an enterprise is building the human capital that's necessary so that clients can continue to receive excellent service. I made sure that this was done very carefully when Audra and Darren began to take over client meetings and relationship responsibilities from me over the last few years. Neither Darren or Audra came to Simmons with extensive financial services industry experience. They were given time to learn and grow and to slowly take on more and more client responsibilities. The same process is necessary to repeat again as Simmons Capital continues to grow from an ensemble to an enterprise. Some of you may be aware that I wrote a book 2 years ago which detailed my experiences doing impact investing in difficult parts of the world. The book chronicles stories about investments that Amy and I have made to reduce poverty, to fight human trafficking, to provide safe drinking water and vocational training to vulnerable populations, and to care for our environment. One of the results of the book was that the publisher stated, "Don, you've persuaded me that I need to invest differently, but who will guide me to invest in the ways that you describe? How can I align my values and my investments all at once?" The result of the conversation was that in 2022, I started a second registered investment advisor firm to serve clients who are passionate about aligning their investments with their core values and beliefs. One of the greatest benefits for Simmons Capital Group in our joint venture with the new firm is that the new firm has developed relationships with professionals across the country. They're using their time, expertise, and experience to help me to train up a new crop of future financial planners and paraplanners. There are currently 8 individuals in the training cohort that we've started. They will be fully licensed and trained over the next 6 to 12 months and ready to serve clients. The new firm already has investment advisor representatives in New York, Florida, and Illinois, with the expectation of additional states in the near future. In the coming months, you'll start to meet some of these individuals. Much like a teaching hospital such as Albany Med, Simmons Capital Group will be providing hands-on experience for our young financial planning interns. The interns will be observing annual review meetings, working on financial plans and investment proposals, and gaining experience from our team of professionals who are experts in financial planning, estate planning, tax planning, portfolio management, and impact investing. I think you'll find these young professionals to be friendly, attentive to your needs, and skillful in applying the financial principles that they've been taught. I hope that you'll be patient with them as they learn the financial planning career in the same way that you generously allowed Audra and Darren to grow in their roles at Simmons Capital Group over the past few years. I'm excited about the future. I'm grateful for the trust and confidence that you've placed in me and my team for more than 35 years. I'm excited to introduce you to some new faces as they become part of the Simmons Capital Group team. You've come to trust and respect Darren and Audra, and I hope that you'll similarly trust those who I'm helping to train to be future leaders at Simmons Capital Group and at other firms around the country. Serving all clients who need help and training up the next generation of honest, objective financial advisors have been core values for Simmons Capital Group for more than 35 years. These continue to be a focus for our business going forward. I'm working hard to extend the core foundation of the business so that it can extend for another 35 years or more. Thank you for being a part of it.